Yee. Way up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and I have my really special guest co-host today, Elliot Wilson.
Hey, what's up, Yee?
Now, if y'all don't know Elliot Wilson, he is a, can I say, famed journalist.
There we go. I like that.
Yeah, you are a famed journalist. To be clear, I've known Elliot for a long time, but you were the founder of Rap Radar.
Yes, I still am.
Still am. Yeah, you'll never not be the founder of that.
I got that Rap Radar podcast out here doing good.
I feel like when I first met you, were you editor-in-chief of XXL, but before that, Ego Trip?
Ego Trip, I started. Yes, I was editor-in-chief of XXL. That's probably when we first really connected, like 99, 2008.
Yeah, so clearly we've known each other for a very long time.
Very long
time.
I had the pleasure of doing radio with you back then also.
Yes, when I was at Sirius.
A radio Hall of Famer.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad to have you here, Elliot, because there's so many things we got to talk about.
Let's go, Ann.
You know, Drake called you out. Y'all had a little... We're going to get into that. But today we have a great show. Skilla Baby's going to be joining us.
Okay.
Because the youth took over.
Big dog.
And of course, we got to shine a light and start with some positivity. 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up and let us know who you want to show some love to. It's Way Up.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my guy Elliot Wilson is guest hosting for the first time. Now, Elliot, this is where we spread some love to people who are doing positive things, right?
I'm with that. Positivity in the morning, afternoon.
And you know, yesterday and we'll talk about this in about last night some more, but I hosted a screening with my friend Jennifer for a show we have on VH1, My True Scam Story. She got scammed. And we did an event here up at iHeart. And what was great is I want to shine a light on everybody who really helped pull this off. You know, I've been so busy running around like crazy, but Brooklyn Roots, they actually catered everything for us. So shout out to them. And the food was amazing. When I tell you everybody kept going back for more, they had this
sign.
Yes, they had this very spicy, and I mean spicy rigatoni, but I love spicy food. And to Perrier also, they also sponsor that. So of course, you know, we need some drinks, and I like to mix my drinks with some Perrier.
Oh, I know it.
Because I'm very fancy. But thank you to Jill Olivia. She is the salesperson who helped put that together. To Joe DeAngelis, to Nikki, to everybody who really helped make the event successful. Just because it was something that it's my first EP credit on television.
Ash.
Thank you. And it meant a lot to me. So I was glad to be able to do it up here.
And that's your friend too in real life too,
yes,
right?
That's my friend
always
from high
great to do work with your friends.
All right. Well, who do you guys want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Elijah, how are you?
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
I'm good. Who would you like to shine a light on, Elijah?
Listen, I went to Powerhouse last Friday, and let me just say that the people there were amazing. The Powerhouse artists were amazing. I was live while I was there.
That's a fact.
TikTok live. You can follow me at DJ_hip-hop. That'll come up. But I was live while I was there. I was live during the Ice Spice performance, and they were amazing. I mean, it's something I would do again. That was my first Powerhouse. I've never been to Powerhouse, so that was it.
So you want to shine a light on Powerhouse?
That's right.
All right, thanks, Elijah. Well, I hope you come back next year. I hope we get to meet you.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150, in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we have Yeezy, and we'll talk about Soulja Boy. He did something he barely ever does. He apologized to J. Cole, and Nicki Minaj is involved. We'll come back with that. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Talk to him.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my guy, Elliot Wilson, is here with me. All right. Well, let's get into some Yee tea.
Yee tea.
I was telling Elliot I love gossiping with him. He's a true journalist.
I haven't witnessed you gossip in a long time.
I know.
I'm excited.
All right, well, Soulja Boy versus J. Cole. We never saw this coming. Now, J. Cole was on Little Yachty's podcast, and here's what he had to say in a moment of honesty.
Around the time Soulja Boy came out, I don't know how this happened, but I had a realization within myself. Because I'm hearing that and I'm like, nah, that's not the thing that I love. Like, and it was literally a part of me that had a realization. I was young. Because I was like, bruh, you a hater.
Right, like how you gonna hate on Big Soulja?
How you hate on Big Soulja? You can't hate on Big Soulja.
Oh man, well, Soulja Boy, I guess, got wind of this and was not happy about it. Here's what he said.
You was a lame. You was lame. Nobody never listened to J. Cole where I'm from. Next time, just shut up. Don't say my name at all.
All right. I didn't think it was bad what he said.
He said he used to hate on him. He stopped hating on him and realized that he was dope.
He was a hater. And Soulja Boy went on Twitter, said, N-words always hated on me, nothing new. Him and Big Sean was on some hating-ish, but F them, I'm still lit. And then he added J. Cole and said, hey, bro, don't speak on me. I'm not Lil Pump, Drake, or none of these rapper N-words on God. But things got straightened out. Yeah. Things got straightened out, though, because he was live with Nicki Minaj, and here's what happened.
Hey, Cole, why is you going on a podcast talking about you don't like my music?
Babe, he never said that, babe. He basically gave you props.
I'm going to go with y'all. If Nicki, that's the last person that snapped it. Nicki said I heard it wrong. I heard what I heard, but all right, cool.
I love when somebody can take accountability.
I feel like Nicki Minaj is like his therapist. Like, I feel like this is like I think it's the second time she's kind of smoothed him out on some issue.
Soulja Boy went on Twitter and said, Nicki just told me I took what he said wrong and that he was showing love, so I'm gonna let it go. My bad, y'all. I really thought dude was hating on me. My bad, dog. At J. Cole, sorry for the confusion. Keep doing your ish. We from two different worlds. I stand on what I stand on. It's hard coming from where I did, man. So he said he dealt with a lot of hate.
So look at old Nika squashing the beef. Look
at that. Only
Shout out,
Nicki can clear this up. All right, now Rick Ross did an interview with Rolling Stone, and he talked about a lot of things, including his heart attack in 2018 and making some big changes. He said, I still don't sleep. I'm a partier. I'm going to be that way till I die. I've tried taking things to help, but it's useless. The medicine that I take now is for seizures and ish like that. I partied hard. And he said, when you have a seizure, you wake up 6 hours later like, where am I? I still don't want to sleep. I lay down for 2 to 3 hours. But he said he's never had diabetes. He completely cut out soda. But he's not on Ozempic, by the way.
Wow. So, I remember when Ross had that first seizure, and like I was on Twitter like, where's Ross at? And I think he actually one of the first people he tweeted when he got back, he tweeted me like, a boss okay or something like that. I was like, okay. Because you're all right, my guy.
But that is scary. And shout out to Black Health. I work with them, and a lot of what they work on is dealing with heart health in the Black community. And so I just think it's important to educate ourselves and pay attention to our bodies and do what we need to, because getting rest is super important.
When I was at XXL, I was like 29 years old. I had high blood pressure. I went to the doctor. I didn't feel well. I had like 200 over or whatever. They was like, what do you do for a living? I was like, I run a rap magazine.
They were like,
important job. But I was
saving the world.
Saving the world. But nah, I've been taking high blood pressure medicine since that time, since 29 years old. So you got to take care of yourself.
People need to know that. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well, when we come back, that was your YouTube. We have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what we did last night. I'll tell you what I did. And Elliot is going to tell us what he got into. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah. Last night.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Elliot Wilson is here.
Yeah.
It feels good. Like we're supposed to be doing stuff
together.
Man,
a reunion. Only took 15 years, you know.
Famed journalist, former editor-in-chief of XXL, founder of Rap Radar.
Yes.
All right, Tidal. We know you've been at Tidal for quite some time.
Yes.
So last night, and you don't live in New York anymore, by the way. You're from Queens.
Yes, I'm Queens originally, but I'm now living in Venice, California. Nobody believes me, Ange. But
Which is so real.
I'm still in New York. I walked in California streets. I do like 10,000 steps a day. I keep it real.
Why Venice, California?
I could walk.
That's the real reason why.
I still don't drive, yo. Seriously.
He's a real New Yorker. He does not drive, ladies and gentlemen. Well, last night I hosted a screening with Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives for our My True Scam story. We actually watched it in real time. So we streamed it from VH1 while it was on, so we could all talk about it. And in between, while the commercials were playing, we just kind of discussed what we just saw. But it was basically about Jennifer getting her Range Rover stolen from her ex-boyfriend. And it was interesting because I saw a lot of people in the comments, and I do feel like when you get scammed, people blame you. They're like, you make bad decisions. You did this. It's your fault. Why would, because she also not just gave up her Range Rover, but he got $40,000 cash from her too.
Wow.
That was supposed to be for some real estate investment. And she was dating this guy. She thought she was doing the right thing. He had all these cars. He seemed like he owned a car company, luxury vehicles. And so she believed him.
Yeah.
And I was telling people, I asked everyone in the room, have you ever been scammed? And pretty much everybody raised their hand.
Yeah.
Elliot, you ever been scammed? I know you have.
You know, there's a shame in being scammed. That's the thing,
That's
too.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't want to
People are
reveal it. You don't want to
embarrassed.
say that. I don't think I ever got taken for a lot of money, but I definitely feel like
Yeah,
there's some
in
things that's
some
going
level,
on. Yeah,
we've
some
all-
level.
We've all been.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to scam me the other day.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like a stupid scam. They tried to book me for some podcast, podcast and chill, right? And
Okay.
they were like, "Oh, we have $4,000 for you to do this podcast," and I was like, that doesn't, because normally when people do podcasts, it's
free.
not,
Yeah.
It's an interview. It's like when you interview people for GQ, you're not like, hey, you got to pay me to do this
Yeah,
interview.
unless there was a sponsor attached or something like that. Yeah.
And so I was like, let me just go and do a little research. And then I saw that they had posted back in August to watch out for these people scamming and trying to solicit for interviews and offering you money.
Yeah.
So I love responding to people when they try to scam me. So I just took I told them, I said, hey, I know that this is a scam, just so you know.
Oh, you said
Yeah, I
literally
did. I
it's a
definitely
scam?
wrote back. I just want to be like, who you think I am? You think I'm stupid? But yeah, so you guys, part 2 is going to be on next week. And part 2 is going to be the part where you see the men that he scammed. He was meeting men on this dating app called Jacked. And so there's a
Wow.
couple of guys that got scammed. And also, so
He gets
his dad...
so he gets confronted on the scamming? We bring him to justice?
You gotta watch and see,
Oh,
because
see, I wanna
something
know.
does happen. He scammed his own father, and his father's on there next week too. Imagine scamming
That's
your
nasty.
own dad. All right. Well, anyway, I want to hear about you guys though, because Elliot, I want to hear your story too, because you didn't tell us. You got a little scam when we come back, and we want to hear you guys too. Call us up 800-292-5150. Whether it's small or big, we would love to hear things that have happened to you. Just so I've been scammed a couple of times. Somebody scammed me for $8,000, and that was all the money I had in the world at the time.
Damn.
But we'll talk about
I
it.
wanna
It's
hear that
Way Up with
story.
Angela Yee. 800-292-5150. Let's hear from you.
About to do this. Yeah.
Yo.
More Way Up with Angela Yee on now.
You know who it is.
You know who it is.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Elliot Wilson is here with me.
Yeah.
So Elliot, we're talking about scam stories, right? Because my true scam story came out yesterday on VH1 with Jennifer Williams, and I wanted to
Executive
ask.
produced by Angela Yee.
Executive produced by me. So have you ever been scammed?
I
In
was
any way?
really thinking about it. I think the last time I got burnt was like, I don't like any of the Airbnb rental type culture, like saying you're going to put this money up and the place looks like this. So I think in Martha's Vineyard, we had rented a place and everything that...
You can't
Sorry,
curse,
my bad,
Elliot.
my bad. Sorry.
I said we didn't need to worry about Elliot cursing, and here
Sorry,
he goes.
sorry.
It was a shack. Okay.
It was a shack. My bad. It was a shack. Yes, I think I got burnt for a couple thousand or so.
And there's nothing you could do about that. You can't
No.
say, you can't complain.
We called the person. It was a lot of running games, and that's why I don't ever like it. My thing is about hotels and stuff. I don't like I've never had a gym and Airbnb experience type stuff.
I have actually a property on Airbnb that's amazing.
I'm sure there's no
5
foolery
stars.
there.
Oh man, I think, I got scammed really when I was very, very green in this game. And so I remember getting back from being on tour, and I had made I think $8,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was all the money I had. When I tell you no money in the bank, nothing else, but that was all the money that I had, and I wanted to buy a car. And so my brother had a neighbor that actually was a car dealer. And so he was like, I'll go to the auction. I'll get you this car at the auction's price or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I was excited. So I was like, all right, he's like, I need you to give me the money up front. I gave him all my money, and he never ever got me the car and just disappeared.
Wow.
And then the assistant DA called me, and they were supposed to be like investigating him because I guess he was a scammer. His name was Kennedy.
That sounds like a real scammer name right there.
Yeah, his name is Kennedy. I think he lives in Georgia now. And so that was the worst experience, but it was something that happened to me when I was in my early 20s.
Yep.
And so I think it was a valuable lesson for me, because it made me learn like to not ever just give somebody who I don't know like that cash. But the thing was, he had gotten cars for other people before, and it didn't seem like he was doing anything crazy.
Yeah.
He was just, helping people get cars, and he had gotten a couple of cars for people, and he was like, I'll call you from the auction and I'll let you know what's available and we'll get you a car. And I was so thirsty to get one. All right, well, we want to hear you guys and your scam stories. I'm sure that's not the only thing that's ever happened to me, but that was the biggest one for me. And that was something that I was really like traumatized over that. Because when I tell you I worked for like on the road for 2 months and made that money, it was everything, And so I had bills. We had to defer my student loans.
Damn.
All right, well, let's hear your stories. 800-292-5150. We're talking about times that we got scammed. Lolita, what's good? You got scammed?
Yes. Looking up cars on Craigslist. They said they wanted to get rid of it because it was a family member's car that passed, and it kept reminding them too much of them, so they wanted to get rid of it.
Okay.
So at first I thought, okay, the price does sound kind of low, but with their story, you know, they made it sound good.
Right.
I had to go get prepaid cards to send the money in. They ended up telling me after I send all the money in that I need to send more money for insurance, and that's kind of what red flagged me.
Wait, so you sent prepaid cards?
Yes, so they couldn't track them.
Wow.
But anyways, I had to do a police report, and I lost out on my money because they couldn't track the one vanilla card.
Right.
So, never again.
See, lesson learned.
All right.
Thank you for calling.
It is. Thank you.
Hey, what's up now? This next caller, Elliot, wants to stay anonymous, so we're going to call you X. Hey, X, how are you?
Yo.
What's your scam story? What happened?
Me and my wife, we had a lot of money. I'll just say a lot of money, enough to buy a house.
Okay.
It was more than 20 grand. I said, okay, look, I'll work. We're going to get this house. All you got to do, pay your car insurance, and I got everything else. And then we're going to wait, get our credit right, and get a house. And, move from there. We ended up getting a divorce. By the time she left, she only had 18 left. And I'll say that was more than half.
Wow.
That was spent. Then she ended up spending the money on this random person. Instead of, we got kids, and instead of saying, hey, I'm going to break you off, I know I left the family, I help you pay something, I help the girls with some clothes, some food, something. She just went and spent the 18 grand on this guy, and this guy ended up leaving her.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Now, is that a scam, though, or is that more like she mismanaged?
It was a scam. We sat down, planned, and we said, hey, look, we set the money aside, and that's what ended up happening in the long run.
And so there's nothing you could do in court, right? Because I know a lot of times they look at that as like a love crime.
Yeah, and you know what? She's homeless now, so I'm
Whoa, man, didn't know that was going there. That took a sharp turn.
That's how that happened.
yeah, it's that bad.
Man, and y'all have kids
But
together.
I will say, it took me a year and a half to get my credit right. I had gotten her a car, co-signed for her car and everything.
Wow.
She messed my credit up by not paying the car bill on time. So that elongated me getting my house. But long story short, I finally have a house. Me and my family, me and my kids, we got a house. And we're not exactly, I don't want to say happy, but, we're dealing with what we got to deal with and moving on. There was so much trauma in between that, too.
Yeah. I'm glad
It was
you
real
pulled it. I'm glad you managed to pull it together, though, for your family. And I do believe in karma. It definitely spins the block, and it feels like it hit her hard.
Super hard.
Yeah, sad story.
All right. Well, thank you for calling and sharing.
Hey, thank y'all. Love listening to you.
All right. Well, thank you guys for calling. And you can always call 800-292-5150 and leave a message. We want to hear your stories. And make sure you keep on tuning in. My True Scam Story Part 2 comes on Monday. And if you missed it last night, it's on VH1. You can watch it on demand. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. Jeezy has a sit down with Nia Long. And it's going to be airing in its entirety today. But we have those highlights for you. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Yeetie is next.
Oh, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Elliot Wilson is here.
I'm here.
And thank you for the heads up. Today is the anniversary of the album Liquid Swords by the GZA.
When the MCs came.
All right. Some had
Shout out to the GZA, the genius.
That's right. And that came out November 7th, 1995. All right. Now let's get into some Yeetie. Jeezy is putting out a new interview. It's him and Nia Long. It's actually going to come out today at 3 p.m. All right. So this should be an interesting one. I feel like this was a good pairing. Here's what the preview sounds like.
The hardest thing to do is to walk away from someone that you still love.
Going through your trials and tribulations, like, are you okay?
I think I'm exactly where I need to be.
And real don't cheat.
I kind of understand what you mean when you say that.
Coming forth and telling my truth is intent. I wanted to have a family forever.
Me too. I wanted to get it right.
And both of them just recently got out of relationships. She was very publicly cheated on. And we don't know what's happened with Jeezy yet, but I feel like in this interview we might get some insights.
A revelation?
Yeah, we might find out what happened. And he did put out a new album, I Might Forgive, but I Don't Forget. That was 29 songs.
A lot of songs in there, but good songs in there. Shout out to the Justice League. They did a lot of the production on there. It's a good album.
And the song Don't Cheat got a lot of attention, by the way. All right. And speaking of long albums, Chris Brown has a new album about to come out, and it's going to be twice as long as originally promised. He announced this album.
He tricked us.
Yes, leaning into the number 11. It was called 1111. It was set to drop on November 11th. But now it looks like it's going to be 22 songs.
He fooled me, man. I really thought Chris was going to slim it down, do the little traditional album. But he likes them long albums, man. Shout out to Breezy. 22.
And he posted all of the tracks already on his social media, on his Instagram. And so should be interesting. And his last album was long too. How many songs were on his last album?
He does at least 20 plus every time.
Yeah.
One he did 40 or something.
And it did amazing.
Well, they say, streaming companies, it's the streams. A lot of songs can help you get a lot of play.
Yeah, but it's hard for some people to do an album that long. I mean, it's hard because you want to have all bangers, but Chris Brown's able to do it.
Chris Brown has a tremendous catalog.
All right, now Queen Naja, she recently sat down and did an interview about, and it was very honest, and I think that when it comes to women and families and children, everybody has an opinion. Sometimes it's hard to admit that the grass could be sometimes, people, and I do have a lot of friends with kids. I don't have any kids.
Yes.
And I've had them tell me sometimes, and they feel a little guilty about it, like it must be nice to be able to do what you want when you want to do it. Here's what she had to say.
Sometimes I envy the girls that get to wake up with no kids and literally get to design their apartment the way that they want and literally go and just do whatever they want. I had CJ at 19. Yeah. I got married at 19.
Right.
And then from that relationship that failed, I went right into another relationship. So you and then had another baby. And so I've never gotten a chance.
Know yourself. Or do you?
All right, so shout out to her. It's called Let's Talk About It, by the way. That's her podcast.
Shout out to the hardworking moms out there.
With her friend Domi V. And so the two of them are moms. And so for them to have these conversations, it felt very comfortable.
Yeah. It reminds me when I was XXL, I had editor Paula Renfro. She's a mother. She had 2 kids, and a lot of us were all single, but it was she was working just as hard as us, but then she had to go home and be a mother and make dinner and do all. I was I don't know how you do this, Paula. So
yeah. And sometimes it's hard even at work. You feel like if you have kids and the responsibilities, people look at you differently. Is she going to be able to stay late? Is she going to be able to work? Is she going to be able to travel? Yep. I do think for women, sometimes it's different because when a woman is about to have a kid, sometimes it's an issue for people, but men, they're never you're about to have a kid. Are you sure you can do this? Will you be able to travel? No one asks you all that.
Yeah, we don't get all that.
All right. Now, Rick Ross and Meek Mill have launched a sweepstakes for a chance to win $50,000 ahead of the release of their joint album, Too Good to Be True.
That's this Friday, finally, right?
Live. Yeah, finally. And it wraps up on November 16th, by the way. So if you want to win that $50,000, should we enter, Elliot?
Oh. Are we disqualified? Can we get that paper?
Why would we be disqualified? No purchase necessary, it says here.
$50K or dinner with Meek Mill and Rick Ross, or $50K?
I think they would tell us take the $50K.
Take that $50K.
All right, and Meek Mill also talks about the time that he asked Jay-Z for his Rockefeller chain, even though he could have went ahead and bought his own. Here's what he told Complex.
I always wanted that rock piece. I seen Hov one day. I'm bold as a mother too. I was like, yo, man, can I get that rock chain right there? So I could buy one, but it ain't the same if I buy that. I need this actual artifact from you. He took it off and gave me that.
Wow, he handed him the rock chain.
See, sometimes you gotta ask.
I'm jealous. You
gotta just ask. Did you never ask for it, Elliot?
Nah, me or Pete, I should have asked by now, right?
Yeah, you're pretty tough with Jay-Z. I'm surprised you haven't asked Jay-Z. Can I have that chain?
I didn't know that's how you got one. You just have to ask him.
Now you know what to do.
Oh man,
now
Jesus.
you know what to do when you see him.
I'm on it. Next time I see you, Hov, I'm gonna ask you.
Can I have that chain? I could buy one, but all right. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They are flying under the radar. And right now, let's get into some Neo. I see Neo has another collab that he's doing with Fab, right? We love isn't that right? When they get together? Yeah.
Winning combination.
Well, here's Sexy Love right now, and Under the Radar after that. It's way up.
This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Elliot Wilson is here.
I'm here.
Acclaimed journalist.
Yes.
And I saw this when I was with Rosanna Scotto on Good Day New York. She was reporting on this company that's paying you to make your bed every day. It's a jewelry company called Shane Co. And what they want to do is pay somebody $1,000 if you can commit to making your bed for 30 days straight. You have to do that for a full month and also provide thoughts on how the daily exercise impacts your overall feelings. Now, they've done studies that show that people who make their bed every day actually make more money and are more successful. Right? Yeah. Yes. Do you make your bed?
Only when the wife makes me.
Go in there and make the bed. Go make your bed.
And she likes different layers of the comforters and all that. So it's a lot of layers. A lot of things got to get laid out, get done properly.
You have to have a sham, and you have to have all kinds of things. I definitely don't make my bed every day. But,
right.
It's not my thing. It's not my jam. But maybe for $1,000 I would.
I mean, I think we were incentivized.
You know what? I think I'll try it because I want to see how that helps with my daily routine. Yeah. All right, now in Miami, in the Brickell neighborhood, they're going to have a new project that's groundbreaking underway. It is a school where teachers can live and work under the same roof. All right. Raul Perez is the person that is behind the project. He said, what you're looking at here is a very unique collaboration between Miami-Dade County Public Housing and Community Development and the school district. And so the development is estimated to be in the multi-million-dollar range, but the teachers will live on the top floor of the building.
Wow.
Right. I don't know how. I mean, look, on the second and third floors, it's residential units, and then below that is where the school will be. Sometimes, though, you want to not be in the same environment where you work, but I can understand how this could be an attraction for some teachers.
But I remember when I was a kid, if you saw your teacher outside of school, it was scary. If you ever ran into your teacher, it was
that happened to me. Right? Oh my gosh! I just want to tell you, one time I was in the park and I was with one of my friends, and we ran into our teacher, and she was a lesbian and she was with her girlfriend, and they were sitting on the bench kissing. And I was like, and I actually said her name. I was like, Miss Such and Such. And she was like, oh, hello. You could tell she was a little caught off guard, but so were we. You're not used to seeing your teacher outside of school. You're right.
Now you're going to see who your teacher dates and stuff, coming up to the third floor. Like, who's this guy?
Outside clothes. All right. Well, that's your Under the Radar. And, we have the Way Up mix coming at the top of the hour, so we can be here putting our hands on our knees. Also, Skilla Baby from the D is going to be joining us. All right. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and mega journalist Elliot Wilson is here.
I like that. Mega.
Like that, mega journalist?
Yeah, shout out Core Mega from Queens.
All right, and it's Yee T time. SZA has been named Variety's 2023 Hit Maker of the Year. I think that makes perfect sense.
SZA's been dominating, man. I still want to interview SZA, man. SZA promised me an interview on Instagram DM, and then she kind of curved me.
She hasn't done
that.
It yet? Yeah.
No, I'm still waiting.
We've interviewed SZA a couple of times. She's amazing. I think she gets very in her head about stuff.
Yeah, she's a tough subject. But notice what she's done here. She's done a lot of great press. Like my wife did a great story on the New York Times, but she hasn't done an on-camera interview, I don't think, since the album came out. So that's really the goal, to try to make her feel comfortable enough to do an on-camera interview. So
I went to her tour. When I tell you, her show is amazing.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm so jealous.
Oh my gosh. You got to make sure you get out to there. And
she levitates above the crowd, right?
Yeah. And all the girls in the audience knew all the words to all the songs. Crazy. I was like, this is amazing.
But yeah, she's been dominating. The album came out almost a year ago.
Actually, you know what? I went with D Woods and Chanel from Young Money.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I went with them. So shout out to y'all. All right. Kevin Gates has gotten a huge honor in New Orleans. He actually was at the ceremony, and here's what this sounded like. Oh, sorry. Okay, forget it.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Kevin Gates embodies the state of Louisiana's spirit by uniting people and serving as an inspiration to generations of musicians and fans. I, LaToya Cantrell, Mayor of the City of New Orleans, extend my deepest gratitude for your invaluable contributions.
That was rowdy. Who was yelling? That's right. That's right, Kevin.
That's right. All right. And shout out to Mayor LaToya Cantrell, too. So she's amazing. I've had the privilege of meeting her a few times.
So she's New Orleans' first ever female mayor. Okay,
yes,
cool.
she is.
You met her? Wow.
Yeah.
LaToya Cantrell.
She be outside too.
I can tell. This sounds like a rowdy ceremony.
All right, and Dr. Phil is back in case you missed him.
Uh-oh.
Yes, less than a year
Unfinished business.
After announcing the end of his Dr. Phil daytime talk show, he will now be on a new network. So it's called Merit Street Media. He posted a video announcement and said it's going to be focused entirely on what's important to you, what you want to talk about, what you want to do. And Dr. Phil is going to be on in prime time. It's going to premiere February 26th, according to a press release.
Wow, he's 73 years old, man. See, we don't retire, Ants. We can keep going, man.
Keep going, man.
Even though the youngest took over, we're going to still be out here doing our thing.
All right, and Megan Fox is reflecting on something very heartbreaking that happened to her in her new book of poetry, Pretty Boys Are Poisonous. She talked about suffering from a miscarriage while she and her fiance, Machine Gun Kelly, were 10 weeks and 1 day. And so she had also shared on Good Morning America. She has 3 kids. She said, so it was very difficult for both of us. And it sent us on a very wild journey together and separately trying to navigate what does this mean and why did this happen. But she said she's never been through anything like that in her life.
Oh, terrible. Are they still together as a couple?
I believe so, right? Are they still? Yeah, I think they are still together. So, shout out to them. And that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, I want to talk to you, Elliot Wilson.
Okay, let's do it.
Because I want to make sure that everybody here, I want to make sure the youth knows who Elliot Wilson is. I mean, you were the editor-in-chief of XXL Magazine, the founder of Rap Radar. You also founded Ego Trip.
Yeah. I've been in this for 30 years, Ange. Hip-hop journalism. I'm like the last hip-hop journalist left.
Content, what was it? Chief Content Officer? What is it?
Title. Yep.
At Title.
For several years, yeah.
For several years, yes, indeed. And you also are a journalist for real. GQ Magazine,
amazing interviews
Rolling
this
Stone,
year.
so many interviews.
Yeah, Jay-Z, Drake, Nipsey, the late great Nipsey Hussle, Will Smith.
And you and Drake had a very well documented back and forth, and we're going to talk about that.
It got
Plus
spicy.
what you have going on right now with Patreon, all right? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. We'll talk to Elliot Wilson when we come back.
Woo.
Turn the volume up. Y'all be way up with Angela Yee.
Break them down.
More now. It's going down.
Woo. Yeah, I never heard that before. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Changes are happening here, Angela.
Elliot Wilson is here with me.
Yes.
Now, Elliot is the GOAT of hip-hop journalism.
I try to tell them, man. They get mad when I say that sometimes. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Angie Martinez. Shout out to Sway. They're great, too. But,
but you're the GOAT. Hey, you got to think that about yourself. I saw you also posted about Liquid Swords on this date in 1995.
When the MCs came. I wrote the article, soon to get an article in Rap Page when he said the Rap Page. Rap Page's article was Raekwon. It was actually going to be a Jizza feature, but then we all heard the advance of Cuban Links, so it became a Jizza Raekwon split feature. And then Ghostface showed up when we finally took the mask off. So
wow,
that whole thing's right there. 1995. Rap Page.
Why did he have that mask on?
Yeah, well, you know the answer to that, Angela.
For everybody listening,
trivia.
Ghostface.
I think he had a couple of lost situations that needed to get sorted out.
You just can't see my face.
In the meantime, rap career was flourishing, so since his face even revealed, the game got real. That's one of the best lines ever.
Now, Elliot, people don't know about your long history.
Been doing a long time, man.
And I will say this, sometimes it's really hard because I was looking at certain things like Glorilla and Kai Cenat and the issue they had with his review of her album.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, as a person who was the editor-in-chief at XXL, founder of Rap Radar, there's times when
music editor of the Source, giving the mics out.
Music editor of the Source, right? Everybody wins 5 mics.
Yep, they want them 5 mics, man.
So for you, how was it like balancing? Because sometimes you have personal relationships with artists, and so
I always say you have your ups and downs with these artists. You have to manage the relationship like any relationship. That's why even with Drake, spoiler alert, we're trying to work things out. I've had some good exchanges with him lately.
Let's talk about what happened with Drake, okay?
Okay.
So you had posted something about Drake basically not doing interviews within the culture.
Yes.
Okay, and Drake responded. What did Drake say?
He clapped at me in academics page and told me that don't get mad that the youth took over, I believe.
Don't get mad that the youth took over. All right. And so since then, did you guys have a conversation?
Behind the scenes, we've been sending some DMs and things seem a little friendly. He's liked some things on my Instagram page. So I think that's a good sign of us moving forward with this. The main thing I thought was, I get protective. When people do things outside the culture, I'm like, yo, you know, I defend hip hop. And I had those conversations in private with Hov back in the day at those times. But, you know, Drake's been real good to me, and we've done a lot of classic interviews. So I should have at least spoke to him personally before I took it to the world. So that's why I apologize for.
And speaking of those classic interviews, because I saw people were going at you and they were like, well, you've gotten some interviews with Drake. Is that what you want, another one?
I didn't ask for another one. I don't know how I'm going to top the last one, man. We did an amazing one, me and B-Dot, the Rapper It Up podcast, so I don't know. But but I definitely don't. I didn't like beefing with him because when you beef with him, he's so huge. It's like so much attention comes. Yeah, and now you have
millions.
Yeah, and the fans are crazy, and then the other people in the culture, they do their comments and opinions on it, and they take pictures and put your heads together and on like little
too much
memes and all that.
It's
and
too much.
It gets out of control.
And now you have this Patreon that you want to make sure that people, because you have a lot of history, like I said.
Absolutely.
So tell us where people can find that.
Patreon.com, Elliot Wilson. I started this hip hop newsletter called The Motto, which basically is like my ET. I just give you like the 10 top stories I feel today. Less gossipy on my side of town.
You're so good at gossip, though, Elliot.
No, I'm not. I'm terrible at gossip, man.
We'll get more into that. And when we come back, we do have Ask Ye. 800-292-5150 is a number. Anything you need help with, we're here to help.
Yeah.
Me and Elliot Wilson. It's Way Up on Angela Yee.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
You should know.
This is Ask Ye.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Elliot Wilson is here. Elliot, you ready to get some advice?
Let's get it. Let's get it.
800-292-5150. Now we have someone on the line who wants to remain anonymous. Hello.
Hello.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. So what is your question today?
I just wanted to know, like, what should I do? My husband left while I was sleeping, and he said he don't want to be with me no more because I found a condom in his car.
Wow, so you found a condom in his car, and now he doesn't want to be with you.
Yes.
How long were you guys married?
We was married for like 3 years.
Okay, and were there some indications to you that something wasn't right?
Yes. He's been texting other females and telling me that he is not him. Those are his clients.
Okay, so you basically knew he was doing other things, but you didn't think he would leave.
Exactly.
And you still want to be with him even though he's with other women and you found a condom in the car? Or is it that you just feel like he left you and that's what's bothering you, that you feel like he doesn't love you?
I do want to be with him because we have a kid together, but then it's like I don't want to be with him because I don't want to be miserable for 18 years.
We don't want you to be miserable for 18 years either. And I hate to say this, but he just did you a favor by leaving, because you would have stayed in this situation and you would have been okay with him doing whatever it is that he's doing as long as he was still with you when he was with you. And you deserve more than that. And your kid deserves to grow up in a household where they see their mother being valued and loved and in that type of situation, because they're watching you. And how old is your child?
3, 7, and 11.
And they're seeing what's happening, and they don't want this for their mother either.
Exactly.
You know, and I just think that it is hard, right? But it does take time for people to be able to get over a heartbreak and move on. And it's okay. Right now, you feel hurt. Your heart is broken. If you need to seek professional help to figure out how you need to move forward. But again, this wasn't going anywhere, unfortunately, and it's his fault. Apparently, he's not man enough to say, this isn't working for me. He's not man enough to just focus on his marriage and stick to his vows. Unfortunately, he's not a good person.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you so much.
And I think you knew what you needed to do.
Yeah, I do, but I just wanted to hear it from you. I love you so much.
All right, I love you too, and I want you to check back in with me, okay, please?
Okay, I will.
Okay, if you need anything, you let me know.
All right, thank you so much.
All right.
Can I shout out my business?
Okay.
It's LatrellCreations.com, and I'm a upholstery and a seamstress, so check me out, please.
Ooh, okay, we all need that. Okay, so we're not anonymous no more.
No, we not.
All right, Latrell Creations. That's right. Let's get to this money. And y'all hit up her business and show her some support. She got 3 kids to take care of, okay?
Amen to that. Thank you so much.
All right, amen. All right, well, that was Ask Ye. 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. See, Elliot, we helped somebody.
That was great. That's only you could do that.
You were great. Like, look, I ain't getting into this.
I was like, a separation is needed.
I just do journalism.
A separation is needed, man. If he ain't gonna get it together, girl, leave him.
All right. right, and Skilla Baby when we come back. See, now this is the journalism you like.
There we go.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. What up, though?
Yeah. I said, let's get it. Let's go. Way Up with Angela Yee is back to set off your workday. Turn the music up.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes.
Oh, and superstar Skilla Baby is here with us today. What's up?
What's up with you?
I was watching your movie outside.
Oh, yeah. I'm a terrible actor.
Why do you say that? Don't put yourself down like that.
I'm terrible at acting.
You think so?
I don't get paid to act.
Apparently people enjoyed it because I saw everybody being like, Skilla's in a Tubi movie. So I was like, we got to watch. Outside is called. Was it fun to make at least?
No.
Well, what was... You really didn't enjoy it, did you?
It's real tedious. Like, you got
too much.
Tedious.
Yeah.
I had committed to it, and so I had to finish it.
And you were the star. It wasn't just like no guest appearance.
They keep doing takes over and stuff like that. I ain't really like it. Then I was going through... I had got shot during that movie.
Okay, that's
and I still did the movie.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, this was outside the studio?
I had got shot all the time.
And you still had to do the movie?
I ain't had to, but I had committed myself.
You committed yourself, so you said, I'm going to do what I said I was set out to do. Yeah.
After that situation, you having security now sometimes, or just
sometimes,
not being by yourself?
But I figure like, I'm going to just give the city a break for a minute because I be trying to be a hood rat too much. Like, I just be going to everything by myself. Being in the middle of the hood, I just...
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that anymore. Because I think there's a lot at stake, and people do try to have a moment. Mm-hmm. Like, people will be like, phones out. All I heard was that, like, Skilla getting jumped. He getting jumped.
Yeah. Like, that situation, like, you would think, like, somebody would try to embarrass me or something, but I'm not easily embarrassed, so it'd be like somebody would come out, try to have a moment with their phone out. All right, boom, this Skilla. We about to try to act like he ain't no gangster now, which I'm not. But I ain't just no curse, so it just be like, you could try to have your moment, but certain stuff I just don't be going for.
Right.
But I don't condone violence or no gangster stuff around kids, so I ain't want to do that. That was kind of the only embarrassing thing about it was I was around all those kids.
Right. And there were women around too.
Yeah, women.
They were like the women was going hard too. They was like, look, y'all ain't going to mess with Skilla.
Yeah, they love me at home.
Right now, Jasmine Brand and I are talking to Skilla Baby. And I think that is also very evident in the music that you make too. Like the song Bae that's out right now. I see the girls are going crazy over that. Yeah. You know, but some people would say Skilla really makes music for the ladies. Is that intentional?
That song was intentional. Like everything else, it wasn't intentional.
Like Gorgeous, that song with you and T Grizzly.
Yeah.
That's definitely, you know, for the women. The song with Des Dior.
Yeah.
But you like to trick on the ladies.
But he laughing like he don't rap about it. Chanel bags and
he gonna get you some stuff though.
Yeah.
I'll get you some stuff.
What are the requirements for that then? Like when it comes to dating, is that like a first date? I'm gonna get you a Chanel bag, or is that after you've already?
It's just what I feel like doing for the day. I don't even really gotta be messing with you for real. You know, you don't gotta be my girlfriend. If I go to the mall and I feel like I want you to have this, I'll get it for you.
What's the most expensive item you bought a woman?
I don't know. I done bought chains, purses, cars.
Cars?
You took it too far.
Sheesh. I gotta move to Detroit.
A car that is in her name with her.
That's not normal. Buying a girl car is not normal.
If I ain't about to give you a car in my name, I'd rather you up your name.
Okay, what if she has a man?
I don't really be paying attention to people's personal lives. If I like you, I like you.
This is insane.
Leave your man at home. Just don't rig around me.
Oh my God.
This is so funny.
So, you've never been in a serious relationship, or you've just never been in love?
I never been in love. I've been in a relationship before. I've been in one relationship.
Okay, but you weren't in love.
Not in love.
But you loved her?
Loved her.
Okay.
I thought I was in love.
Okay. What happened?
I'm a cheater.
I mean, you are still young. What are you now, 24?
25.
25 years old. You know, fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think I've dated a guy when I was that young that didn't cheat.
Yeah.
Did y'all cheat?
Yeah. I've cheated before. But I think women cheat for different reasons. I think normally a woman isn't going to initiate it. Like when I cheated, it was because I knew he was cheating.
How do you know he was cheating?
Because I caught him. He called me by accident, and I heard him talking to the girl, and then he would just lie about it. And I also feel like it's disrespectful when you're caught to lie.
He probably was just playing.
Stop it.
Skilla, you don't even know him or the situation.
You know how guys, they just...
How are you just covering for this man?
That he's never met a day in his life. That's how a guy is.
Boy bashing.
See, now how...
Boy bashing.
I'm just telling you the situation. I'm not bashing him. I'm telling you what happened.
I don't feel like he did that.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, Skilla Baby is here, and we are talking about his new single, Bay, making songs for the ladies. And, of course, his joint album with T Grizzly. We have more with him when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way Up with Angela Yee is back to set off your workday. Turn the music up.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here. And we got Detroit's own Skilla Baby. You have a lot of people that have been working with you lately. I saw when you did the album and you had the bonus songs put on, you got a lot of guest appearances on there. Mm-hmm. So do you feel like now a lot of people are lining up to work with you? And what was it like before that? Were people like you reached out? Did people curve you? Or were people always open to working with you?
I don't really be reaching out to people because I be feeling like if it's gonna happen, it'll happen organically. It's easier now, of course. Like I be getting some of my dream features now, so I just be like Meek Mill. I got a song with Meek Mill that was probably my favorite feature. That was my favorite artist. Me and Meek don't even talk about music for real. We talk about all type of funny other stuff. Like dog cool, like he cool for real. I actually told Meek like when I met him, like man, I ain't really been feeling what you been putting out. Mm-hmm. And he explained the whole rundown, like why he been putting certain stuff out. And he played me a bunch of music, and I was like, man, Meek my favorite rapper again. The world just don't know what this man got in his phone.
And the mere fact you could be honest with him like that.
Yeah, some people get very sad. They'll never talk to you.
You hurt my feelings. I'm like,
no,
oh my
I think
gosh.
he messed with me more because I said it like...
Yeah, you were honest, yeah.
People need that around them.
Yeah, for sure.
Has anybody ever told you that?
Yeah, like, I be wanting people to tell me that type of stuff.
Now, another thing that you did that went viral was you pieced things up with Soulja Baby and T Grizzly. Mm-hmm. So what made you decide that...
She was that big. To the outside world, people be thinking this, and that, but a lot of stuff don't even be that. And it's like, it's 3-4 sides to stories. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of stuff be people around people be trying to just be messy. It'll be a person that you ain't even gangster. You want to see some gangster stuff go on. Like for what? These two grown men making money. Mm-hmm. Why can't they make some money together? You see they right now they on the game every day together. He showed Sada how to make money on the game. All type of stuff. And they really, to me, they wanted to be around each other. Like I'm talking to them both, so I already knew. So it wasn't really hard. I didn't even tell them to do that. I told them I was gonna put them in the same room, and then when I put them in the same room, I left. I didn't even say nothing to them. They grown men, and that's what I think the world lack right now. People don't know how to hold conversations.
Right.
A lot of stuff could be nipped in the bud with a conversation.
That's true. Right now, Jasmine Brand and I are talking to Skilla Baby. And what about entrepreneurial ventures outside of music? What are some other things that you're interested in doing? Because I know we all about getting to the money, too.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing housing development stuff now. Like, I'm partnering with the city and, like, other people from different cities. We're about to develop a bunch of houses starting in the Detroit area.
Oh, that's great. We like that.
Bands, but really about to help me get some rappers to help get on to it. So we're about to get all our rapper friends and develop houses in Detroit and try to build the community.
Nice. I like that, really, and it does beneficial things for the community. Well, listen, we appreciate you so much for coming through, Skilla Baby. We miss you on lip service, too.
I'm coming back.
All right, I feel like you got a lot more to say when it comes to that.
Uh-oh.
And as far as any other plans, like tour, what are you doing with that?
Me and Rodfo now working on a tour. Then I'm working on my own tour, so.
I can see you and Rob 49 doing a project together. Mm-hmm. Is that something you guys are talking about?
Yeah, we got a bunch of music.
Don't it feel good? I feel like it happened for you a lot faster than it happened for other people, too.
Yeah.
Don't it feel crazy?
Especially where I'm from, like Detroit. It happened for me a lot faster, for sure.
Well, thank you so much to Skilla Baby for joining us. And you can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And of course, when we come back, you guys have the last word. It's 800-292-5150.
Pick up the phone. Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard. What the word is. Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Elliot Wilson joined me all day today.
Man, this was fun, Az. Thank you so much for having me.
I mean, it's different than the old days when we did it, because you did let a curse fly today. We had to.
I only curse once, Az.
We had to drop that. You know?
I promise if you ever have me over here again, I will not curse.
Okay.
It'll be curse free.
And look, patreon.com/Elliot Wilson.
That's right. I'm
double
over there.
Double T.
Double T. Also, Rap Radar Podcast. Look out for that. Benny the Butcher, the current episode.
Yes.
Shout out
Kevin.
friend B-Dot. You know what I'm saying? My partner in crime.
Oh, B-Dot's going to be mad. He's supposed to come up here, too.
Hey, man. He's slipping, man.
I had to clear it with Mano.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mano wanted to put hands on me back in the day, hands and feet on me. So, you're nobody unless Mano wanted to hurt you at one time.
He's evolved. Okay?
he's definitely evolved. Shout out to his involvement.
This is the softer side. All right. Well, again, thank you to Skilla Baby also for joining us today. I love Skilla Baby, and I've been watching his progress ever since he first started rapping to where he's at now. He is killing it. So make sure y'all check out that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And of course, we'll be back tomorrow. But you guys today have the last word.
So I was just trying to call in and chime in on the lady who found the condom in the car. And a lot of times we try to jump to the situations, but I was in that same situation. My wife found a condom in the backseat of a Camaro. Come to find out, my 11-year-old son, it was his condom that he had. It was a pain in the ass to try to, when it finally came out, to explain that to the wife.
My scam story is my ex-boyfriend scammed me out of $3,000. He borrowed money from me and he promised to pay me back, and he never paid it back. And we ended up going to court. And so everything ruled in my favor, and I have taken different measures to get my money back and still haven't gotten it back. So I'm just speaking about it. So he needs to pay up.
My mom got scammed. They called her and told her I was in jail and that I needed $500. And of course, my mom didn't call me. She sent the $500, and of course, I've never seen it again. And that scam's still going on. So somebody calls you and says somebody's in jail, make sure you call them first. Thanks, love you.
Way Up with Angela Yee.
We turning up.
Way Up.